There was an interruption, but this is the continuation of Sundry Sports for Wednesday, June 10th. And this is Yahoo Sports Read and React. Trending, Al Sharpton to NFL. Give Colin Kaepernick a job back. Because everybody should listen to Al Sharpton. And because he really deserves a job. He's been doing workouts. I think it's the general consensus that he isn't NFL ready anymore. Besides, how old is he now? No. Just no. He's been sitting back raking in his money and his Nike money and all of his fame and all the love from his fans. Not doing shit. He does not deserve a job at the NFL. At least not as a quarterback. USC welcomes back Reggie Bush. Rob Gronkowski and his sunglasses do good. NASCAR revving up to allow fans at Dega. Neat. Next up, golf by Jay Hart. Morning, where we have some actual sports to talk about. Look, we're just as anxious as you are to get back to talking balls and strikes. Bad example. Baseball is never coming back. But golf is. The PGA Tour is making its return Thursday down in Texas. The Charles Schwab Challenge had been scheduled the week after the PGA Championship in May, meaning the field would have been thin. Now all the big guns, save the biggest, will be teeing it up, making this tourney something just short of a major. Exactly how they're pulling off this tourney is a logistical triple salchow, with everyone quarantined within a bubble. Players, caddies, officials, and volunteers will be tested once for COVID-19 before entering the grounds. And those who pass the test, which takes 2 hours, are given an all-clear credential. As for the actual golf, there's some unusual intrigue here. For starters, some players are going to be mic'd up. Please be John Rahm. Please be John Rahm. I wonder who that is. And at certain points, they will step into tents to talk about what they've been up to during quarantine. $20 says Phil mentions his calves. Then there's this. There will be no grandstands around the course, which sounds good, except that whenever a player flies a green, there's no backboard. Just like you and me, right? And Colonial has tiny greens, so if you're into golfers suffering a bit, this could be for you. The British Open has already been cancelled, so major season doesn't begin until August with the PGA. From there, it's the US Open in September, then the Masters in November. Side thought, would 3 of 3 be considered a Grand Slam? Anyway, coverage begins at 3 Eastern Time Thursday on a Golf Channel. Just make sure to click off the camera on any Zoom meetings. Game plan. Schwab. Jameis Winston still believes in himself. Does anyone else? NFL Pod. Is Roger Goodell's legacy on the line in 2020? Hey, I wouldn't really care if Roger Goodell lost his job. He pays himself way too much. But at this point in our history, at this point in the current year, I don't trust that they would replace him with anybody of substance. Certainly not anybody better. So I'm conflicted. At home. Who could be the Joe Burrow of the 2021 NFL Draft? The kicker. Goat of boats. Yahoo Sports is just kind of echoing ESPN all the time. The most baller part about Michael Jordan landing a 442-pound marlin isn't MJ landing a 442-pound marlin, nor is it that he was in an actual marlin tournament, or that he owns an 80-foot fishing boat. No, the most baller part is that MJ named his boat Catch-23, so now he's the goat of boat names too. Okie dokie. I want to eat that fish. I just want to cut it up, fry it up, and eat it. Follow Yahoo Sports on social. Do you eat marlins? Surely you do. I've never had a marlin. And that's it. Goodbye.